Have you ever seen the movie Julie and Julia? Essentially, it's just about two people at a certain moment in their life where they kind of feel like they need to commit to something new. For Julia Child, she had just came to France and she had decided, like,
Couldn't I find something to do?
I don't want to be a housewife. Well, I mean, she still wanted to stay married, but what I mean is that she just didn't want to be a stay-at-home woman just doing women things back in the 40s, I think it was, 40s and 50s. Probably the 40s. And it's the same with Julie. Julie was 29. She had a job, which...
Are you the person to speak to about my insurance form?
You can speak to me.
Do you have any power?
No.
Took the soul out of her a little bit. Can't relate. Being 29, it kind of just feels like you have done the wrong thing. You made a wrong turn somewhere in your 20s, and it's time to fix that, and then just being locked in a state of anxiety about how to do it because you're stuck there and you physically don't know how to do it. So you just spiral. What I'm saying is that there's a 30 life crisis where you look for a new direction or just a new energy. And I'm 32, so I've been in that place for quite a while now. And it's not like I've not tried things. Like, I did the Ikigai, and I've got books on the subject. Well, maybe not on that subject, but like I've got spirituality books, and I've watched a lot of YouTube, and I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and I've tried things that they've said, and I've went through a lot of different things thinking about what I could be doing differently. Like, I have bills to pay. I have to keep this roof over my head. I need to water this guy. So like, but what it means is that level is covered. I've got that. It's the next bit. It's actually, I don't know, enjoying life, appreciating life, being surrounded by people who are like yourself. Where did that come from? I don't know if I agree with that now that I've said it out loud. There's nothing wrong as well with like just being content with what you've got. To be honest with you, I'm jealous. Like, I feel quite ungrateful actually that I've had this problem for like over 3 years now. I had mine around about 29. I can't just pick it up and think I can do this thing for fun. No, because I'm thinking I want to be able to build a life off the back of it, and then so then it becomes this like thing that it has to be educated, and you have to understand the business of it. It has to have a price tag attached to it, and then it's not as fun, and it loses the very thing that you're trying to get from it in the first place, which is that new energy. What were we talking about again? Julie and Julia. Yes. So in Julie and Julia, Julie decided that it would be good for her to just finish a thing. And I can relate to that. She took Julia Child's cookbook because she loved to cook. And she said, I'm going to do this entire book in a year. And also because she was a writer, she thought, I'm going to blog about it. And I'm going to do that too. I mean, I'm not going to like take Julia Child's cookbook or anything. I'm going to, well, I had to think about what I could do. What am I interested in? Like, I have a very beautiful Pinterest. I have a lot, I mean, my Pinterest is split up with categories such as photography, art, and interiors, like most people, but my most populated board I labeled my wardrobe. I like clothes, but I like my clothes. I love leatherwork and hardware and exotic prints and loose shapes and clothes you could imagine adventurers, pirates and warriors wearing, but menswear is a wash of denim. You have a choice of blue, black or brown. And when I search for the chance to wear the man I want to be, I find blue, black or brown. It kind of got me thinking. I thought, what? Well, I could do something with fashion, right? In menswear, potentially. I mean, I could in a year. But Julie had a book. She had Julia Child's book. I got this. This is my Julia Child cookbook. So I thought, I'll buy a book, I'll take the things in it, and I have to complete it in a year. That is my challenge. That is my challenge. I have zero idea what's involved in learning how to make menswear. This book just creates a path of classic staples in men's fashion, ranging from lumberjacks of Canada to safari shirts in Kenya. Essentially, I've got 20 things, 20 outfits to complete in a year, and it will take me, and they're just patterns. Like, I'm fully aware of the fact that being able to sew with fabric is not quite the same as being able to draw patterns on a bit of paper and cut them out. So that's the challenge. 1 year, 20 garments, and we'll see what happens at the end. That's the challenge. That's the challenge. That's the challenge. 20 items of clothing in 1 year. Bon appetit. I don't know if any of that made sense. Imagine I had friends, I wouldn't have this problem. Like, I literally wouldn't be doing this. Or like, I don't know, somebody to love a cat, maybe a couple of cats. I really wanted some rats for a while.